Joining me and welcome to this reading. So this is going to be your August 24th and 25th reading. I know you guys like pick a card, so I have these available for you just to pick from, and this will be a collective reading. So it's one of those readings where you can choose a pick a card, you can choose which option is for you or apply it to whatever you like, or you can actually just watch the whole thing and we're gonna choose which one goes first live. So whoever's watching live can pick, and I will pick 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is an energy update for August 24th and the 25th. What I'm going to do is just turn off the camera just for a moment, and then we're going to start it for the timeless readings because I want this reading to be available anytime for anyone. So I hope that you guys are okay with that. So let me know if you have any questions. I got some really beautiful cards to use today, so I'm excited about that. The energy is really soft, and it's really soft, and it's kind of overcast in Vancouver, and it's kind of like the calm before the storm. We're about to have a full moon in Pisces on the 27th, and I can feel squishy already. I hope you guys are feeling squishy too. What else can we say about right now? And then of course there's the push that's starting on the 28th when Mars moves to direct. So this is not about passivity. This is really about pedal to the metal, and I think that you guys are going to enjoy this energy. So if you want to get ready for it on the 24th and the 25th and on this weekend, make sure you spend some time really taking care of whatever kind of chores or responsibilities that you have to take care of, such as, minding the house or whatever it is that is outstanding in your task list. You should really apply effort to try to complete it before the 28th, even through the full moon. The full moon in some way is depreciated. I'm not going to do a full moon special reading because I don't think we need it. And everything that we are needing to take care of, that's what we're doing right now. So in terms of like practical advice and the things that you should be doing through these couple days, it's like, make sure you finish what you started. Make sure that you finish as much as you can, because what happens on the 28th is that almost, here, I'm going to play some relaxing music because this is already stressing me out. So basically, what's going to happen starting on the full moon a little bit. The full moon is the kind of quiet whisper reminding you that you have to complete whatever it is that you're doing. But then starting on the 28th, there will be such a push, and not in Virgo, obviously. It's going to be in Capricorn when Mars goes direct. It's going to be like intense, full power, full potency of energy, and it's just going to be so fun. And everything that you have been wanting to do physically is now within your grasp, and so you should prepare yourself so that you don't have to spend your time in other directions. You will have lots of energy, you will have lots of opportunity to kind of feel strong and get things done. This is a time when a lot of people are feeling emotionally impacted. This is a time when the Mars and South Node and Lilith are in Aquarius, so we've been talking about that. If you guys want more information on the stuff that I'm talking about right now, you want to go to the September direct videos. So I did this series of September direct videos that coincided with the eclipse in Leo, and it's actually, that's where it started, August 11th, and now we're stepping into the full maturation of that energy. And and in that video series for every single sign, I broke down the Capricorn direct transit as well as the Aquarian transit. And it doesn't matter if you have placements in Aquarius or not, because this is affecting everybody. And on an interpersonal level, how it's affecting us is that there is this level of a lack of sympathy, and people who have a predisposition to psychopathy, to sociopathy, to narcissism, they're really motivated and they're triggered by this transit. So you want to think of this as people who are mentally ill, even though narcissism is not a mental illness. You have to differentiate it from narcissistic personality disorder. It's a trait, it's a behavioral trait, and sociopathy is a learned behavior as well. It becomes a mental illness, but it's caused by trauma. Anyway, so people like that, people who have a diminished affect, people who have like a broken emotional center and core, they will lash out more right now. So if you're dealing with a narcissist or if you're dealing with a psychopath, or, well, you shouldn't be dealing with a psychopath. If anybody that you're dealing with you kind of figure out is a psychopath, you should remove yourself from the situation. I talked about this more in the Aries September video, and I talked about it pretty early on in the video if you guys want to go check it out. And if somebody wants to time cap that part of the video, then I really explain it there in the first part where I explain the court cards. So maybe go back to that. So yeah, so people like who have this kind of issues to do with feelings. So what are all those feelings about? Narcissism, psychopathy, sociopathy, all of those feelings have to do with a lack of connection to your emotional framework. And so this isn't about like calling somebody a psycho, no offense, and I know it's very triggering because a lot of people experience that in their life, but you have to think about it as people who are incapable of feeling certain emotions, and most emotions actually. So what you guys are talking about in chat is like your experience of being abused by one of those people and that's the consequence of that illness. That is the effect of that illness, right? That is the effect of those behavioral traits. And so people get, especially in the community, like healing community, they tend to focus on what the consequences are. But what I'm trying to suggest is that these people who are ill themselves are in some way really triggered by this transit. Lilith is a very aggressive transit. Mars is an aggressive transit, and the South Node has to do with with our karmic background. It has to do with our karma, where we come from. So you have to think of I love Aquarians dearly. I have a moon in Aquarius, but you have to think of Aquarians as really people who in certain respects have a different approach to emotions than other signs do. They really do have this kind of etheric emotional framework, right? And so basically with this transit with Mars and the South Node and Lilith right now, I think that's pulling out of people realities that are very matter of fact, realities that are very stark, and sometimes they're hard to deal with. So when a person is a narcissist or has narcissistic tendencies, if they have psychopathic tendencies, if they have sociopathic tendencies, then they're going to get triggered because it's going to feel more. There's a distinction between Aquarius and between psychopathy, right? They're two different things. Aquarians feel, and they feel a lot actually. But psychopaths don't. But it's the frequency is somewhat similar, and 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 in some ways, people who can't feel really get triggered by an Aquarian vibe. So if you have Aquarian transits, most likely you get probably your fair share of narcissist, sociopath, or psychopath exposure. So anyway, so it's important to, through this time, be wise with your feelings and emotions. Whether you have those conditions or not, you're going to be feeling as though there is a lack of coddling, there's a lack of emotional support. Both Capricorn and Aquarius, where most of the transits are very, in some way, matter of fact, right? And so it's important at this time to not fall into the trap of feeling as though you don't have emotional support, care, and nurture. And then especially if you're exposed to narcissists, sociopaths, or psychopaths, don't think that that's your framework, that that's what you're dealing with, because they're triggered, they're acting up. You're sitting here already feeling as though there is like a lack of emotions around you, sympathy, empathy, all of those things. And so then they act up like little kids, they act up, right? And then they're triggered by Aquarian transits, and then they start picking on the people around them. So you could in some way feel as though right now, if you're in that situation where you're in proximity to someone who's ill like that, then you can feel as though there is a lack of support, that there's a lack of attention. Conversely, that Piscean full moon is going to be emotional. That Piscean full moon is really, compassionate and nice. So it's a mix of both. But I think that for those people, I wanted to say something about this for those people who are in some way struggling with these issues. So I'm not sure. Okay. So, do you guys want to begin? So that was my talk for the 24th and the 25th. In short, in summary, get your work done. Don't feel bad if somebody's picking on you, but it's going to be a time in which you will very much be able to tell. Well, we don't diagnose anybody, right? Because we're not doctors. But get your work done. And with this transit, you will definitely see people who have predispositions in these directions act up and do things and be what they are, right? And it's your decision as an adult to choose if you're going to be interacting with that energy. It's a difficult, doctors diagnose those kinds of things, but you have to decide for yourself. You have to decide for yourself, if you want to be with someone like that or in a situation like that. So many people choose these situations until they don't work in their favor, and then it's like, then they go on that narcissistic rant. Oh, he was a narcissist. It's like, well, for 15 years you were seeing the benefit of that, so now you're crying about it. You have to kind of think about, people call everyone and their mother a narcissist these days, and you have to realize that it's a real thing, and you have to take ownership, because I think that people conflate being a victim with narcissistic abuse. It's like, oh, you've been abused by a narcissist, so therefore it's like the person who is expressing that they have been exposed to a narcissist, sometimes it almost sounds like in some way that is an issue in and of itself. Like and sometimes the narcissist can be a covert narcissist, so they can be saying, oh, narcissist over there, whereas in fact they're the ones who are instigating. And that's very common with women, because boyfriend, you know, men, they say, you know, she called me a narcissist, and but she was actually the one who was instigating, because women express their power in different ways, right? So their covert narcissism is really common in women. Both men and women get it, but when guys say, you know, it's the guy seems bad. I don't know if you guys have seen this in your social life, like in a friend group, where the guys, there's all these rumors about the guy being bad, and then the guy speaks up privately and says, I don't know what happened. I mean, she was instigating the entire time. And then the other person says, well, you did this and that and the other. So it's so complicated. The thing just to keep in mind through this transit is that is that people who have narcissistic tendencies, which is a learned behavioral pattern, right? It's learned, are going to feel as though they're enabled, that Lilith and Mars is going to just wind them up. So that all their little ideas, or their little schemes, all the little things that they actually hold back doing, they may do more. They may do more now. So it's and they feel empowered. They feel empowered to do it. They feel like they have to do it. They feel compelled to do it, you know? So if you're around people like that, they're going to start. So you might have this tougher time right now, you know, because there's a lot of narcissists around. Psychopaths and sociopaths less common, but there's different degrees. It's a spectrum, you know, just like autism. It's a big spectrum. So it's just, they feel compelled to act. You have to realize that the way that they're rationalizing things, the way that they're rationalizing their actions makes sense to them. So you don't want to try to get into a debate with them about what they're doing, because they're not going to relate to the way that you're relating to the situation. So the only thing that I can impart in this circumstance or this dynamic is to like watch all over your feelings and recognize that you are enabling behaviors. If you are enabling behaviors, like if you're putting up with it, you're enabling behaviors. Okay? So tough one. It's a tough one. There's whole YouTube channels dedicated to this stuff. So the thing is, my advice is just to stay clear. But the nice part about this is that you're gonna see who is who and what is what. Okay? Yeah, you're gonna see because they're not gonna be able to help themselves. You know, hopefully it's not gonna get too chaotic for you, but they're, you know, people who have a tendency to pop off, they're going to be more vocal. They're going to be more scheming, more fuckery, all of that stuff. Couldn't say it without saying the F-bomb. Okay, so you guys say thumbs up. I guess I didn't expect this to happen. I was like, I wonder how that's going to come up, because it's been a total energy thing, but okay, so yes, the like button, yes. But there is sympathy, there is compassion, there are good things coming around. And the name of the game is getting things done. The name of the game is, you know, it's that whole, you know, like flex on them haters. It's about the bust down. I wish yeah. One day. I'm just kidding. So yeah, so you guys are good. You guys are fine. Everything's good. And then we have, okay, so we're going to start now. So for you guys who are watching for the 24th and the 25th, this is like a complete reading. And then you guys who are watching live can choose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then as I read, I'll read those cards first, okay? Yes, okay. And do you guys want me to do a Vimeo reading afterwards about this? Yeah. And also watch your own predisposition to not be nice to people. Bite your tongue. Don't get into it. Remember, with a narcissist or a psychopath, you don't win because they have a lower bottom line than you do. That's the bottom line, you know. There's this somebody who I'm kind of friends with, and someone asked me, because they did a bunch of crappy stuff around me, and a friend of mine was like, well, are you interested in them anymore? And I'm like, well, I don't know, because I know the bottom line, right? Like, if you know the bottom line, it's pretty easy to deal with someone. Yeah, watch that tongue at work. Watch those eyes. Don't side-eye people either. Don't screw face. Anyway, so was this helpful? Do you guys want Vimeo? If you say yes, then I don't know. Vimeo is the way that you guys can help and support the channel. The link is down below, and I have different kinds of Vimeo packages available. And yeah, so I can do a Vimeo package for this later. I just need to know now if you guys want Vimeo or not. Yes, Vimeo. Thanks, Maribel. Okay, but I'm going to do one because I'm not going to do 6 videos today for Vimeo. Okay? I'm going to do like deeper energy for the whole package. Yeah? So I guess this was our daily tarot talk. Was it a success? Did we learn something? Did we get like grounded? And do we know which way we're going? Are we stoked? Are we flexing on those haters? Yeah? Cassie says, I can't control my facial expressions, purely visceral. Me too. I have an expressive face. Oh, hey, Oksana's Tarot. Hey, honey. Thanks for coming. Yes. We don't love them hoes. Just kidding. Okay. So, yeah. Know their bottom line and don't fool yourself, and don't get squishy now. Don't get squishy now. You know, get squishy with the ones who deserve it. But the other energy that's coming through in terms of an energy update, the other energy that's really strong, that's beautiful, is that on the heels of hateful energy is pure loving energy. So it's just amazing, and it reconciles the hateful energy completely. So it's just yeah okay, yeah, well, whatever, clever, yeah. I want to give a shout out to Lulu, who is Ocean's Tarot of Ocean. I love her. She's so great. And I watched her video, and she's like, whatever. She's like, oh yeah, that's my sister, and whatever. I was like, oh yeah. So big heart to Lulu. Hey girl, hey, I love your channel. You're so dope. I was like, I hope she doesn't catch me saying whatever and think that like it's a thing, you know, like, no, I've been saying whatever too for a while. I love it. Whatever. I'm not the only one. Whatever. She's cute with it for sure. So anyway, go check out her channel. Go check out Oksana's Tarot. Who else is here? I think Tarot by Tammy. Is that what it is? Is that there? We have a lot of readers here. Hi guys. Yeah. Palladian's Tarot is here too. Hey girl, hey. Well, no, the whatever, I don't think it's just mine. I think I share it with Lulu. It was just dope to hear her say it for sure. Anyway, so yeah, so that's our daily tarot talk. We haven't had one of these like this for a minute, so I hope it was helpful. I hope it got you guys grounded and on point with, you know, yeah. So in short, in summary again, so we have, so we have, um, hold on. Sometimes you guys, some people say random stuff and it just, no, I didn't copy Lulu. No, I've been saying it for years, whatever, whatever. That's like a local thing in Vancouver. But that doesn't matter. It can be an international thing too with America, right? She didn't copy me either. I don't think so. House of Ocean. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, if I say a quote from someone else, then, you know, hey girl, hey. I'm just kidding. So yeah, narcissists, sociopaths, psychopaths, your choice if you're dealing with them. Make sure you don't step into that energy yourself. Make sure that you are not in some way integrating, you know, those kinds of selfish belief systems, aggrandizement, all that stuff. And be on point with getting your stuff done, and then have, and there's compassion, and on the heels of bad situations, don't be so scared because there's really good stuff coming. So yeah, whatever. Well, no, I'm like, I don't know if you're Pacific, like whatever. I don't know if that's like California. I'm from the Pacific Northwest, or the west coast of Canada. When I say west coast, I mean BC. Yeah, ayo. Yeah, for sure. It just, I just heard her say it. I was like, "Oh, that's cool," cuz I just thought that was from here, but I think it's in other places too. Yeah, whatever, whatever. Maybe California. There's a lot of mixed bag. This is getting way too much of a reduction. So let's get back on point, on topic. Give me a like. I'm going to pause the video and then I'm going to edit this part out and then we're going to do this. I'm thinking maybe I should just start a whole new video. Can you guys wait 5 minutes and I'll start a whole new video? Because we went too long. I was planning on going 10 minutes. I'm going to call this my narcissist talk, and then we're going to do another one. Okay? So you guys stay right there. Don't pop off of stream. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to be offline for 2 minutes, and then I'll be back. That's the best way. Is the music okay? Yes! Bye, guys.